As the year is winding down, you might be thinking about putting your house up for sale early next spring. Many homeowners put off selling their house at the end of the year due to the busyness of the holidays and the discomfort of trying to sell during the winter weather. But is that the best decision? We're about to find out. My name's Dave Rupp, also known as Dr. Hot Rod the Realtor. I'm a Southern California real estate agent at Exp Realty. All my contact information is in the description below. Feel free to reach out to me with any real estate related questions. In the next few minutes, we're going to look at some reasons why it might be smart to put your house on the market during the winter season, during the holidays, and we'll look at a few reasons why it might just be smart to leave it till spring. First up, the number of homes for sale is at near record lows for most markets, even though the real estate market has cooled off since the summer of 2022. And let's face it, most of us are pretty busy during the holidays. We got busyness with family coming in and out of town. We're trying to buy gifts and all that stuff. And then there's also the weather. If it's all rainy and muddy, people track stuff in the house. It's just really tough for a lot of people to list their house or have it for sale during the holidays. So that leaves the inventory to typically go down at the holiday season, which means buyers have fewer choices of homes to buy. So the buyers are in a weaker position than the seller. The seller would be in a better position because the buyer doesn't have very many choices. The flip side of this is during the spring, we usually have an influx of new houses for sale, which is going to turn it around to where the seller is at a disadvantage and the buyer has the advantage negotiation-wise because he has so many choices. If he can't work a deal out with you, he could just move on to the next one or the next one. He has plenty of choices. He has the leverage. The next thing to consider is the quality of buyers that are out looking for houses during the winter and holiday season. Think about it. Who's going to be out looking during the holidays when everybody's busy? It's typically going to only be the people who really need to buy a house. So the quality of buyer is better. They're typically very motivated. Otherwise, they just wait till spring when it's convenient, when it's sunny, and when it's easy like everybody else. The type of buyers we usually see during the winter time, during the holidays, are people who have a timeline that they have to move by a certain time. Maybe they got a job transfer and they can't commute because the job's too far away. Maybe they had a family change. So say they're having another child and the house that they're living in is too small for all of them. The baby's going to come due at a certain time. Maybe they want to just come home to the new house and have the baby in the new house. That's the kind of type of people we usually see during the winter time. Somebody that's highly motivated. Somebody who's ready to make a deal now. Another benefit this year especially is because the interest rates have been higher and higher and higher, and it's cooled the market off. People have backed off. The basic public opinion is it's a bad time to buy. So even though it's not a bad time to buy, if most people think it is, or the media makes it out to be a bad time to buy, then people don't want to necessarily go out there and buy because they feel like their friends will think they're dumb. But think about this. What happens when all those people who were on the fence holding back on buying because it wasn't the right time because of the interest rates? What happens when all those people start to buy because the interest rate goes down and you still have a low amount of houses for sale and all of a sudden you have a flood of people coming into the market trying to buy houses? Well, I can tell you what happens. You sell your house, it sells real fast, you're excited, wow, that sold quick, let's go buy a house. You go out and you start looking, you find something you like, you make an offer on it, and you don't get it. Somebody outbid you. So then you start getting an idea that, hey, there's multiple offers being placed, there's a lot of people looking. I need to step up my game. So you find the next one. You're all, I love it, this is perfect. I'm going 20,000 over. You go 20,000 over on your offer, thinking you're sure to get the deal, and somebody buys it for more. And you're stuck again. I have personally been in that exact situation. Looked at house after house after house. Made offers, got blown out. Made offer, got blown out. Made offer, got blown out. I finally got one, but what a task, what a chore, what a heartbreak to fall in love with a house and then not be able to get it. I mean, I'm serious. I went home and cried. like a little kid. Didn't get what he wanted. I mean, that's how we are. We get emotionally attached to things and we really want them. I don't want you to get in that position, so think this one through. When the market gets really tough like that, you may end up just buying a house to get one because you keep having trouble getting one you want, or there's just not enough to choose from where you don't find the one you want, and you end up having to settle because you have a time frame. You can't rent forever or be in limbo forever, so you need to get on with life. You're going to want to buy something. You don't want to be stuck buying something you don't really like and paying too much for it on top of that. The best financial decision we can make as home sellers and buyers is to sell when everybody else is trying to buy and to buy when nobody else is trying to buy. Unfortunately, though, I understand most of us, we have to sell our house we live in before we can buy the next one. So it's better to sell in a slower market and then buy in that same slower market if that's your position. You have to sell to buy another one, than to do it in a hot market because you end up overpaying. Like I said before, you end up with a multiple offer situation and it's just a real booger. Another thing to consider, if you're in a hot market and you sell your house while it's in escrow, you go shopping for another house. If you do find one and you're able to get into escrow or into making an offer, you're gonna make that offer contingent on the first house that you had closing escrow so that you have the funds to buy the next house. In a hot market, most sellers will not accept a contingent offer. So that makes it even harder to find something. Okay, so the bottom line is there's some major benefits to selling during the end of the year, during the holiday season, November, Thanksgiving time through December, or New Year's. But you have to weigh out whether those benefits are good for your family, your timelines, and your finances. Maybe for you and your family, the financial benefits of selling between November 1st and New Year's just aren't worth it to you. You guys are busy, you've got things going on, and the money you save or the benefits that you would get from that don't work out for you. That's up to you guys. Each of us has to figure that out for ourselves. Again, my name's Dave Rupp, also known as Dr. Hot Rod the Realtor. Feel free to reach out with any real estate related issues whatsoever.